You've heard about them, but how good are they really? Of course, I'm talking about CNES Shoemaker Vietnam. And today we're going to find out if these Asian-made Goodyear welted shoes are up to par to their European counterparts. How are we going to do that? Of course, with this black Wholecut Oxford that I got for a review. Coming up. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kostas, owner of the Noble Shoe and Misiu Academy, bringing you the best tips, guides, and showcases of the finest shoes in the world, so you can take your shoe game to the next level, gain confidence, and reach your goals stylistically. CNES Shoemaker, a Vietnamese shoemaking brand that stands for classic, noble, elegant, and simple. I first met them in the 2019 edition of the Stockholm Shoegazing Trunk Show, and the fact is that they've been around for much longer than that. They've been making welted dress shoes for men since 1994. Right now, they operate from Singapore, but during the last year and a half, they launched a new website and they're trying to expand more internationally and raise brand awareness and exposure. What drew me in the show was that they had fantastic prices. They offered a big range of Goodyear, Bologna, and hand-welted shoes, even Cordovan, and they had some beautiful patinas, which always drew me in. I have been trying to get my hands on one of their pairs for a long time, and finally I did, which is this black Wholecut Oxford. So big thanks to Alan from CNES Shoemaker for sending me this pair. This particular model is the Vestan II OR-3, Wholecut in black French cuff, and it's the subject of today's review. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty stuff. CNES shoes come in a nice, sturdy, dark brown box. They do have also a nice printed thank you note, which is pretty good detail, and one big shoe bag with some company logo stitched on the top. The bag is quite nice quality, however it's only one, and that's a little disappointing. Has some mixed feelings about it, because if you're going to transport your shoes in there, I would never put them together in one shoe bag where they can just move around and grind each other, and you could have scratches and scuffs. Now as for the shoe itself. The Vestan is Wholecut Oxford in black French cuff, and it's Goodyear Welted in Vietnam. Has a soft square, I would say, a bit chiseled toe that you can see a bit better here. Has 5 blind eyelets, leather lining, and the hidden closed channel sole with a company logo and a slight fiddleback waist that you can see here. It's quite nice for the price range. Now, one of the things that I noticed immediately when I opened up the box, which I might as well add, that it has arrived from Singapore in 2 business days, that's incredible, was that the left shoe, this pair, had visible crease marks. I don't know if you can see it here, it's about around here. Because it's a Wholecut and it doesn't have like a cap toe and structure to it, it's much more visible and easy to see. Crease marks are much more prominent on Wholecuts. This means that the shoe was tried on before, and you could definitely see the crease marks. Now, since this is a review pair, it doesn't really bother me, but always inspect your shoes when you get them before you try them on. Always do a first quick inspection. As far as the laces, they're okay, they're nice, they're functional, nothing special. The inner lining is nice as well, but on the top, here, right around the edges, it could benefit from some better trimming and finishing. There are some rough edges around here. Another thing on the right pair was that the insole came with sticking up. You can see here, it came like this. It means that the glue had gone already when it came in. This doesn't cause any functional problem and they're perfectly wearable, but it is something that I should be definitely mentioning. As far as the shoe goes, the stitching, this is a Wholecut. There's not much stitching going on. There are, of course, around the edges here and next to the lining, of course, the welt, but there's only one back seam on the back, which has a classic dogtail look to it. It's pretty nice and tidy, what you could expect from the price range, honestly. Let's talk about the sole a bit. Now, the sole is pretty nice. Hidden channel, as we said, for the stitching. Company logo looks a bit like a compass, I would say. Not as many nails on the heel, as there's about 5 of them, and there are 6 more around the waist hammered in. Unfortunately, they're not hammered in completely, so you can feel them sticking out. I don't know if that would cause eventually any problem. But there are 6 of them, 3 on each side, and it's definitely worth noting that in these price tires, the waist is usually glued, not stitched, so these parts are glued. Overall, as I said, the welt is quite tidy and well trimmed, decent SPI, and to be fair, the sole is just the right amount of thickness. Not bad overall. Now let's talk sizing. So these Wholecuts come with a relatively narrow fit, which is rather true, if I'm honest. The last has a more soft square shape to it. To be fair, I would prefer a bit more aggressive last, at least towards the toe area. Sometimes the shoe feels a little flat. But what is really important is that you are careful with choosing your size. Because CNES has their own measuring system, which runs from 35 to, I think, 54. It can be a little confusing. So this model is a CNES 43, but corresponds to a UK 8.5. And the fit is okay with me. My usual size is UK 8. It definitely lives up to its narrow nature, and I can feel it pinching my forefoot from time to time. So I would avoid it if you have a very wide foot or problems around the toe area or your instep. Otherwise, definitely size up half from a regular UK size. So a black Wholecut is as formal as a shoe can be for a man, and always should be in his wardrobe. I would not pair them with anything less than a dressy suit, formal suit, or at least some very dressy separates, at most. Always the best color to pair black shoes is charcoal gray, light gray or other shades of gray, and of course a good navy suit. Keep it simple, keep it formal. And now we have to talk about pricing. This particular Wholecut, among many others, you can find in CNES's website on their ready-to-wear range. Which, by the way, is another thing that you need to be careful about. Because when you first log into the website, they don't have geolocation. So their default currency is Singaporean dollars. So the prices will appear higher than they really are if you're not aware. So go up to the top right, change currency to, let's say, US dollars or something else, and then you will see the correct price. This model costs $277 without any sales. However, at the time of filming this video, they had a 30% offering, so this one goes down to just 190 US dollars, which is a fairly good price and gives Mermin a run for their money. Now the question is, are they worth your money? If I'm honest, for the complete full price, I think you can do better, especially when you take into account that you have to ship them and there might be import taxes, for example, in Canada or Australia or other regions of the world. For $190 that you would pay today, that's a great price. Solid welted shoe, good construction, nice sole, the leather is alright. It's a bit rough around the edges, but overall, it's a pretty good deal, especially when it comes on sale. Personally, I would prefer going for the more premium range. What I am looking forward to is giving them some more wear and see how the leather holds up, how the construction is. I've worn them a few times, and while everything is sort of promising, I can see quite a bit of creasing around the toe area. We will see, only time will tell. But before we go, let's wrap this video up with a trademark bad joke. Why did the clown go to the doctor? I guess he was feeling funny. I'll see you to the next one.